Well, I was reading my comments on YouTube, and one fella said that it would be interesting to see how I did the power steering, the plumbing on my tractor. So I took that he wanted to make a video. So I'm gonna make a video on how I plumbed in this power steering. This is the power steering motor here, where I draw it up, showing all the ports. This is just the lines right here, the open, and I think these are holes in the middle. I ain't sure, I can't remember. I think they're my holes where you bolt it up. Have to look. But anyway, if you look on your pump, you can see right in there where there's P for pressure, and there's T, and there's E, and there's R, and I think that's L there. I have to look, yeah, that's the L. See right there, L, T, T for return. Now that E right there is a return pressure. This P here is a P pressure in. It's a pressure in, and that E is a pressure is an out return. Yeah, that right there, with your E, you'll see it written on your pump. But anyway, this is what it come off of right here. The paper, the John Deere paper I got right here, that I got off the internet. Well, it says right here a PC2 2428 70-8 325, a 335, and a 345 lawn and garden tractor, hydraulic steering. And this is what this pump come off of right here. Come off of a John Deere. This is the drawing on the John Deere. I took and traced these lines down. You see where I took ink and I made them follow into the cylinders, and I traced it around, went around, where it went into here, went in there, what it went in there, what line it went into, and I was able to draw up this drawing right here. But there's some changes, because this is your lift right here, your cylinder. It picks up your lift in the back. You got to find your in and out on that. I can't tell you from here which one's your in and out, but I can tell you on mine. See where it says E? E is a pump pressure out. This going back in the inlet on your valve control. Your return T tank, your T tank, it's tied in. It's tied into return like this is. This is your two working cylinders right here. You up and see that cylinder right there? That's your two working cylinders for the lift. Now the return that went to back to your pump, which that goes to your tank, because eventually it dumps it in the bottom of your gearbox. But you got to tie them two together. So you could take and pause this, take a snapshot of it, and I got some more pictures of it. Alright, this drawing right here, it's just coming from you. The first thing I do is, if you're going to have to undo, you're going to have to take this line off. Wherever it goes to, you're going to have to disconnect it. Now your output that comes out of here is going to run, let's see, it's going to run into, out of your pump right there. Let me see, that's in. Out of your pump, right into your P for your pressure. That's the first thing it's going to run. Now your two cylinder line, you see your L, which is L there. That's your the left turn. Then your R, the right turn. So them two go to your cylinder for your cylinder right here. There's one of my lines there, and there's a line there that makes that cylinder go back and forth, which is that line, them two lines there. Alright, now this T tank, you see where it goes into your, supposed to go it goes into, you see your output, normally the output it went left from your control valve. You got to find your output, your control valve. When it leaves out, it goes back in the pump. You have to tie this T right into it, just T into it. So this can just go right out of here when it's not in use. Alright, now this auxiliary, this E, I call it auxiliary out. That leads out and works your control. So normally that pump, that line just went from there to there. Pump just went straight to there. So we took that loose, like I told you. Now you ride it way over here. And then you got to jump over here and go over there, and the output go over here. I don't know if that'll help you or not. After you get your steering motor on there, and you get your hydraulic cylinder and you get it all ready, and you get it turned, the problem you're going to wind up with, if you have a logo on here, see some of these steering wheels have a long piece on here in the middle that says, I think it says Cub Cadet, or has an H on it. That's a long emblem. So when you're driving this thing, your H, hang on a minute. I'm just going to demonstrate it. I'm gonna let me crank it out and I'll demonstrate what I'm talking about. H, and you watch results when I drive it. We're gonna tape it up straight. If you had a emblem on your steering wheel, it ain't quite straight, but if you had an emblem on your steering wheel and you go this thing, this is what happened. Alright, now we drive the straight already and look where it's at. I'm going to turn with it and turn back the other way and go back straight and let's see where it's at. Now look where it's at. That's what I was talking about. Your emblem will never stay straight. I'm going to turn again. Go back straight. It goes where it wants to go. That's why I made this little spinner right here. So when I drive it, it make no difference. It always return back. It always return back up. And this power steering is real easy. You can take it one finger and turn it. I mean, it's a little hard with your finger, but it's not bad. But when your hand, it's easy as hell. It's no mechanical between this steering wheel and that, but yet it's power that assists, because you're turning this steering wheel and it's grabbing oil, then other oil is helping it push at the same time. So it's really power assist. It ain't power steering. I don't know if I said that right. You want to look at my hydrostat pedal when I got it here? I have to push it with my ankles won't bend. That's as far as they'll bend back. So I have to have, that's about as far as I can push it with my ankle. So in order to go reverse, I have to push it with my tip of my toe. I have to push it. It's not just design problem. It's the ankle the problem. I broke them years ago, and they don't float. They don't bend right. I'm going to give you a little tip when you're mounting the cylinder. that would help you out a lot. Alright, you get ready to mount this thing. Don't try to mount this butt end up here. It won't work. It'll turn, don't get me wrong, you can stir the wheel with it. But this front end won't flick, it won't tilt back and forth. It'll make it rigid one way. Same way if you bring this down too far, it'll make it rigid. With this pivot on the front end. You got to be the center of that pivot. So, you see where, get up on where you see it. You see that center point right there, where my finger is? Well, this got to be right close to it, at the same center, this back end. If this back end ain't close to it, to the center point of that, the tilt will not work on this front end. So, you could take that for experience. This steering cylinder right here is the same one that come off of the John Deere. Alright, I'm going to show you how I mounted this thing. You see, if I can get in where you can see it. You see that bolt? That bolt right there? That bolt? And that bolt cross the other side over. I can't see it cross the other side over. The opposite end. I see my finger right over there. There's 3 of them. Well, they exactly 4. Are they 4? Yeah. Yeah, okay. What I done, there's them 3 bolts here. 1, 2, 3 right there. And I cut out around it that bracket on top of that pump there, motor pump, just to fit on. Now these 2 bolts here bolt to the frame. You see them? If I can get to it. You see them 2 bolts right there? Yeah, there's one, and there's the other one. Well, that's the bolts that goes through here. This is that bracket you're looking at back there, see it? It looks just like, this is that bracket right here you're looking at. Right there is that bracket. Alright, this is that bracket here you're looking at. 3 bolts are fastened to it. The 3 bolts are fastened to it. This part right here is fastened to that cross member on there. Let me get up on the bottom and show you. You see that part of the bracket right there? Well, that's that part right there. So that just going up and that just bolting up like that. Bolting just like that. And I just used the 2 screws on the bottom of the pump to go right through this, to hold this. And the 3 screws on top. The 3 screws on top here to hold that part. So that's how I mounted it. And I got it about straight with it. You could probably get by without a universal joint on it. You can see I still got a little cock-a-doodle-doo going on, a little pitch going on, a little cock, because the pitch on it is like this, then it turns and goes this way. So this is the John Deere steering shaft here. It's spline here. It slides on there and got an Allen screw. It's spline. It goes all the way up the top, the shaft does, and it stops at the bottom of the dashboard. I can't get my hand there to show you, but there's a flange up there. See that flange right there? That's the flange I had to make at the bottom of the dashboard. This part here is bolted to my flange. It's got like 1, 2, 3, 4 screws in the dashboard to hold this flange. This is part of the Cub Cadet column here. And all the rest of this is Cub Cadet. Well, this Cub Cadet steering wheel is flying right up to that John Deere. So they use the same freaking spline, the same. You know, some Cub Cadets got this same pump. A lot of tractors back them older ones use this same pump. So they come off a Cub Cadet, you call it a Cub Cadet pump. You come off of a John Deere, you call it a John Deere pump. But whatever it is, it works, so it works. And make sure, if you get one of these John Deere motors, make sure you get this manifold right here. See all these pipes and lines in front of here is a manifold. 2 bolts that hold the manifold on with all these lines. Make sure you get that. Because if you don't, you ain't going to be able to get no hose to it. Get the lines hooked up. Some of them have fittings that you screw on there, but I didn't. Unfortunately, I got this one. Hey, I appreciate you watching. If you got any more comments about it, let me know down at the bottom of the video. I appreciate you watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. All right, have a good day. Thank you.